And now I got many talents and gifts to make money. So I ventured off really in producing secular artists. I wasn't even trying to even be no artist. I was just producing. Wino, the word wino that was my producing moniker. And Pop My Trunk and Hooka Hooka, it just fold over into a rapper. You feel me? So it's a trip. A lot of people don't ask that question. That's the first thing they thinking, what you just asked, bro. How did you go from doing the gospel to the secular? And it hurt a lot of people's feelings when I did that. A lot of people didn't even understand what happened. And at the end of the day, none of that makes you a man of God or what they call a Christian or not. You know, what makes you a man of God is your honesty to him and your commitment. And what they don't know is the first mandate, the first ministry a man has, if you're a preacher or not, is to provide for your family. And the Bible says a man that doesn't provide for his family is worse than an infidel. An infidel is somebody God don't even hear their prayers. God himself turns his back on. So you mean to tell me these preachers who blackball me gonna put me in a position to be an infidel? My gift is gonna keep working, and that's what happened.
You know what I mean? You obviously went the wrong thing because you was blessed in that area. You know what I'm saying? You talking about Hooka Hooka Hooka, which, man, I don't know, man. That record right there, this was when I was first getting to college, or maybe my second year in college. I don't really remember. Somewhere up in my early college career, like, this record came out of nowhere, and it was just tearing parties up, bro. Like, this is when I'm first meeting DJ High C. This is like...
That record was so big to the point where major label reps was flying in and coming to my house. They was demanding to come to my house trying to get me to sign over rights to this record and do deals and all this other stuff. One A&R dude, I couldn't even get him at my house. He spent the night trying to get me to do deals, offering millions and millions of dollars. What people don't realize, that's one of the first dance rap records that big ever in the South, ever. That song, massively big, bro.
I'm listening to you, but I'm trying to run them down. I'm thinking dance song. What had a dance? What? Yeah,
and the rest came after. The rest came after, bro. So Lean Back, none of that stuff was before that, bro.
Lean Back came like a year or two after that, for sure.
Yeah, bro. It was so big, bro. It was so big. And mind you, I produced that for them, for Kiati and AJ, you know. And the only reason I was on the song is Walter D was testing out a record on the radio. And everybody only knew me as a Christian hip hop artist, you know, nominated for a Dove Award, all this other stuff. So I had him testing out a record on the radio. And somebody called him and said, "Hey, that's New Wine. He ain't supposed to be on no 97.9. Is he worshiping?" Like, it pissed me off so bad, bro, when I heard that. Walter, like, yeah. And he let me hear the recording because they record the people who called up there. I said, man, while I'm mixing the Hooka Hooka, and I spit a bar. And I spit another bar. That's why, if you go back and listen to that song, Kiati's talking about the dance. AJ's talking about the dance. Even MC Quay, who's doing the hook, talking about the dance. I say nothing about the dance. They say, I hear everybody saying, what the hell is going on? What is Wino doing on this song? I'm venting, really pissed off. You know what I'm saying? So it was a trip. And I said, Walter, I sent him 2 versions. I said, you ain't got to play that. He said, nigga, this is hot. I'm playing this verse. Like, said, that's how I ended up on there. So it was even no real intention behind it. Just like Pop My Trunk was no real intention. It blew up in Dallas by itself, organically. I ain't spent a dime.
And that's crazy. You put it out like this is just a demo. I ain't even.
Bro, it was so hot I couldn't do nothing about that Pop My Trunk. Like nothing. I couldn't fight it off if I wanted to. The song came and attacked me.
Hmm.
It was total, and you know how hard it is to get a record going, and you pushing, you working. No, I don't know of anybody else. The only people you hear of songs doing that is artists who are already big and hot. Nobody knew me, and that song went to the point where when I started doing shows, bro, I would walk in with big security. They would run up. Which one of y'all is Wino? And they thought I wasn't, because I'm the skinny dude. And I had these big old, they would run up to my big security. Like, no, he is. And they like, and that's when I started wearing a little patch over my little gunshot or whatever. Just, some Batman effect. I was just trying something, And it was fun, man. It was fun, and it was a learning experience.
How big did that record get for you? Like, where you were like, man, I can't believe this record that took me here. I'm over here doing this or whatever.
When they was playing in New York, and when they was playing in L.A., I went to L.A., they summoned me to the radio station. And in all of me hearing my songs being played on the radio, bro, that was the first time I heard a DJ drop it back to back to back to back. He played Pop My Trunk for 15 or 20 minutes. To this day, what's his name, man? He's a big DJ too. It'll come back to me. He's a producer as well. But he say, dude, we just ain't never heard nothing like this. This is crazy. Like, the song got so big, it was big in China and Japan. The Les Twins, who is the biggest dance group in the world, used it for 2 and 3 consecutive years to compete. Beyonce took Pop My Trunk and toured with it. Like, it stayed on the Billboard charts for almost 2 years. Like, it never got kicked off. It was, I knew it was God. I knew it was him, for whatever it's worth, awarding me from all my hard work and pain. Because I've suffered through a lot of things, bro. And being misunderstood. I'm always misunderstood. The entire rap scene, except those who know me intimately, has misunderstood me. That's why when they did the Texas thing in the Source, you didn't see me on that. You even seen rappers who never even put an album out on that, but you didn't see me. And the guy who bought the Source from Benzino was looking for me. And later on, when he found me, he said, man, nobody had your number. Nobody could contact you. I wanted you on this thing.
So that was historical too. That cover was historical.
Yeah, it still is. Yeah. And later he did a spread on me. And just to be 100 with you, I asked God, I said, God, why do you didn't allow me to be on that cover? And he said, I want you to look at it. And I looked real deeply at it. And I seen all the different rappers, and everybody that was on there was connected to one another somehow. Connected to Swish House, connected to Rap A Lot, connected to Rec Shop, connected to Suave House. I seen where one helped another and another reached back to help another. He say, if you was on a cover and it was real, it would just be me and you on there. Just me and God, because not a soul helped me. Everything I did it all myself. I grinded with my own shoes, own sweat, own tears, people rejecting the music, people laughing at me, people saying you're too skinny, you're built funny, you're ugly, your voice too deep, you ain't gonna be able to make. I heard everything. And I still achieved every goal I set for myself. Every single one. And I'm still achieving goals.
Donnie Houston.